It's game day at Georgian. Hello and welcome to the Georgian College Athletic Centre in Barrie, Ontario. There's a lot on the line for this game between the Cite Coyotes and the Georgian Grizzlies, who both sit at 13-2 and are playing for first place in the East Division. Cite beat Georgian at home in the fall, and Georgian wants to make up for that loss by taking control of first in the East with a win today. It is senior day, and a handful of seniors were honored with a presentation by head coach Reed Saxby. Those players included Liam Gray, Jordy Romero, Eric Perot, Darian Haynes, and Connor Tackaberry. Congratulations to all those players, and thank you for all of your efforts at Georgian College over the years. Mitch Armstrong will start things off, serving for the Grizzlies. And we're underway. A big East Division matchup. And it'll start with the Grizzlies taking a 1-0 lead. Just missed at center court. Armstrong. LeBlanc. Taking advantage of a good pass from LeBlanc was Nicolas Pirna. Finishing it off, finding the middle of the floor. Armstrong heads to the bench as Sam Thorpe checks into the game. Gray catches Cite sleeping, but they're able to get in position and keep this rally going as Romero gets blocked. That's Huard who came up with the block. Xavier Demers will serve for the Coyotes. Mike Forrest with the strike. LeBlanc played it over. Georgian responds, and it's inbounds. That's a point for the Grizzlies. All tied up at 2. And you can feel the intensity throughout this gymnasium. It's in the crowd and on the floor. A lot on the line between these two teams. Liam Gray to serve. Goes into the net, and that's a point for Cite. Michel LeBlanc with the serve that goes out of bounds. Bad bounce off the net. Sets up Jordy Romero to take over from the serve line for the Grizzlies. A strong serve goes out the back, out of bounds. It's a free point for the Coyotes, who now take a 4-3 lead early on in the first set. It's Bordelot on the serve. Gray passes to Fours. LeBlanc with the set. Blocked by Haynes. Gray to Fours. Fours very involved in the offense thus far. A little too much on it. It's not the right trajectory. Wanted to put that down to the floor. Ends up going out the back and out of bounds. 5-3 lead now for Cite. Alexi Bordelot on the serve. And that's out the back. Free point for the Grizzlies now, off a couple errant serves. Both teams get some free points. It's Mike Forrest to serve. Forrest got in the way of it. Haynes will keep the rally going as Gray plays it over. Now Cite has to transition to offense, and they do. Armstrong turns that one away. Forrest with the pass to Haynes. Too much on it. A little bit below the ball as he made contact. He ends up putting too much air on it. It goes at the back. Another point for Cite. Huard with the serve. Gray with the pass to Armstrong, and that's easy money for Mitch Armstrong. In perfect position and made a perfect strike on it. Nothing the defense could do. 6-5 lead for the Coyotes. Darian Haynes to serve. It's right at Michel LeBlanc. And Bowen Mitten finished it off. Tried to get in the way of it. It was blocked out of bounds. Darian Haynes will serve once again now, all tied up at 6. LeBlanc. Point made by Nicolas Pirna. Comes in and gets the kill. And it's back and forth between these two teams so far. Took all 5 sets to decide it when these two teams met early on this season. It's looking like it might happen again. Lots of volleyball to be played. Armstrong earning another point for the Grizzlies. A strong start for Mitch Armstrong. Getting points in the middle of that floor, right on the net. Bowen Mitten will serve. Strong serve goes out the back. Last night, the Grizzlies played here at home against Algonquin. They did win 3-0, but they were having troubles from the serve line. They'll look to clean that up today, but not off to a great start. Romero with a tip, and that's points. Right now, La Cite getting burnt on the net with those tip balls. Mitch Armstrong to serve. Michel LeBlanc moves it forward, and he'll be the one that gets the hit, but he gets blocked by Mike Fors. Blocked right to the floor. Armstrong will serve again. Demers thrown down by Bordelot, but out of bounds. Grizzlies get another point. Garo. Struck by LeBlanc, blocked by Liam Gray. More points for the Grizzlies, who are really finding a rhythm right now. They have a 3-point lead. Into the net, miss hit by Armstrong. Ball goes back to La Cite, down 2. Xavier Demers will serve. Gray sets to Romero. Powerful strike right to the floor. Grizzlies get that ball back. It'll be Liam Gray with the serve. He's 2 aces away from tying the single season record for aces in a season. From off Garo's arms to the Georgian side. Gray to Haynes. Off of Coyotes. Liam Gray will head back to serve again. Demers to Huard. Grizzlies are there. And now Romero hitting. It's off the hands of Huard. It's another point for the Grizzlies. Too much on it, goes out the back. Michel LeBlanc prepares to serve for the Coyotes. Help from the net. It deflected off the net. Thorpe wasn't able to handle it cleanly. LeBlanc gets an ace. LeBlanc with the serve into the net. He gets one and gives one for the Coyotes. Grizzlies get the ball back, again up 4. Romero with the serve. And he mishits that one. Didn't catch that cleanly and actually hit Darian Haynes in the back. He shakes that off and he's all right. Misfire from Jordy Romero. Alexi Bordelot will serve. Gray with the pass over to Mitten. Mitten gets it. Big kill, Bowen Mitten. Mike Forrest will serve for Georgian. Garreau. It's set for LeBlanc. Lacite gets called for being on the net. Garreau. Demers. Step up on by Pirna. It's hard to defend that. A couple Grizzlies tried to get in the way, but ball moving with quite some velocity. Right through the Georgian defense. Huard with the serve. Mitten plays it over. Pirna. Demers and Huard misses, hits the back wall in the gymnasium. They'll force the Coyotes to call a timeout, trailing 18-13. Been a competitive first set. Georgian been able to build a lead of 5 now. As we mentioned, it took all 5 sets when these two teams met in November. Darian Haynes to serve for the Grizzlies, returning from the Coyotes timeout. LeBlanc puts it right to Mitten. Mitten hit it right into the face of Demers, but he's more than okay. Moved on. The play's still going. Mitch Armstrong with the tip, but it's out of bounds. He had the right idea, good vision as he went up for that ball, but a little too much on it. Goes out the side. It's a point for La Cité, trailing by 4. Nicolas Pirna. Mitten to Gray. Back to Mitten off his back foot. Armstrong will reset. Mitten will try again. He got under that and sent it out the back. It'll set up Pierna to serve again. Too much on that one. It goes out the back. And Bowen Mitten will serve for the Grizzlies. Garo, Demers catches the Grizzlies flat-footed. Threw it right into the middle of that defense, and no one was able to get there. Smart play by Xavier Demers. Sebastien Garo will serve. Gray to Armstrong, big block in the middle. That's Alexi Bordelot saying no to Mitch Armstrong as he went for the kill over the middle. He's been successful with the tip so far, and he has had a couple kills. Went for the kill that time, no luck. Garo on the serve. Mitten, Gray, Romero, and that's a point for Georgian. Pierna couldn't hold off going for that ball. It goes off his arm to the floor. Mitch Armstrong will serve. Demers to Bordelot. It's turned away by Fours. We'll try again with LeBlanc on the tip. Romero's there. Pierna with blocked by Mike Fours. Mike Fours seeing a bit more time with Eric Perot sidelined for this game. Mitch Armstrong will serve again. LeBlanc gets the kill, and La Cité responds, trailing only 3, and in position to make a move late in this first set. It's Demers on the serve. Ball goes right back to the La Cité side. And Bordelot gets the kill. I wouldn't be surprised if Georgian loses this rally. We may see a timeout come from Reed Saxby. Xavier Demers on the serve. Gray with the pass to Haynes. LeBlanc kicks it, keeps it going. Romero, that one's going in the crowd. They kept it alive, and Romero gets blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Georgian wins a close rally. Liam Gray will serve, up 3 points to win the set. Pierna plays it over. Mitten gets in the way. Gray passes to Romero. And it falls on the La Cité side. Point for the Grizzlies. Liam Gray to serve again. And La Cité will call their second timeout of the first set. This set far from over. 23-19 lead for the Grizzlies. Two teams will break for the timeout. We'll be back in 40 seconds. Liam Gray trying to add to his ace total. He's on the serve. He won't get the ace here, but Mike Forrest will get the block. Him and Romero teamed up and formed the wall, and that ball's not getting through. Liam Gray, set point. Demers cross court for Huard. Right into the middle of that defense. It's a point for La Cité. Michel LeBlanc will serve. His team down 4 and no room for error now. A powerful serve. Be a play at the net. Four is able to play it over. Pierna gets the kill. And this set will continue. Grizzlies will have to close it out without the ball. LeBlanc to serve. Thorup, Gray, fours, and that's it for the first set. Final point, Georgian. They take the first set 25-21.
Grizzlies take the first set 25-21. They lead the best of 5, 1-0.
It's exactly what you want if you're the Grizzlies, to play from ahead, don't play from behind. They've got La Cité in a hole down 1. The two teams return to the floor after the Grizzlies took the first set. Georgia will hope to keep the success going and win this second set, put La Cité in a big hole. Last time the two teams played, it went to 5, so I expect a very competitive set out of this Coyotes team. And And it'll open up with a La Cite 1-0 lead. A powerful serve ends up in the rafters coming off the hands of Jordi Romero. Xavier Demers to serve. Lucky that set ended quickly. A ball was coming into the middle of play. Liam Gray will serve for the Grizzlies. All tied up at 1. Bordelot to Garo. It's played over. Gray with the set to 4s. Point Georgian. Gray serves sent right back to the Georgian side, and he'll pass to Haynes. Coyotes scrambling, keep it going. Gray to Haynes again. Same result, Coyotes keep it going. And LeBlanc gets blocked by Romero, but it goes out of bounds. It's a good defensive play, and Forbes and Romero were in good position. Just a tough bounce out of bounds. Gives La Cite the point. Michel LeBlanc to serve. Too much on it, goes out of bounds. Sets up Jordi Romero at the serve line. Forrest trying to make a play at the net. Call goes in favor of the Grizzlies. However, they will talk about it. Point is awarded to La Cite in the end. Alexi Bordelot to serve. It's a free ball, and Thorup plays it over. Romero gets in the way of the La Cite strike. Pierna turned away by Fours. He'll try again. It's tipped up by Haynes. Ball's still up. A play at the net coming. And Georgian wins it. A call for being over the net on La Cite. Be Mike Fours to serve. Pass to the net for Pierna. It's contested by a couple Grizzlies. Point for the Coyotes. That's a big kill by Darian Haynes. Point Georgian. Haynes will serve for the Grizzlies. 5-4 to lead early on in the second set. LeBlanc pops it up. Pierna with the strike, way out of bounds. Good try by Nicolas Pierna, but just a little too under the ball there. It sails to the back of the gym. Haynes to serve again. Pirna again goes for it. Armstrong and Gray were there for the block, but off their arms out of bounds. Armstrong to Mitten. It was great to Mitten there. In the middle of the floor, Romero comes up with a save. Darian Haynes got an arm on that and now plays it over with the volley. LeBlanc saved by Haynes again, having a great rally defensively. And he's there on that one. Can he finish it off here? Garreau's there to answer. And finally finished off by Xavier Demers. Sebastien Garreau was headed to serve, but he passes it off to Nicolas Pirna. Romero, Gray, Armstrong, Garreau's there. Demers to Pirna. And that one falls on the Georgian side. La Cite out ahead now in the second set. That's an ace for Nicolas Pirna, who's having a very active second set. They've gone to him at the net a couple times for some big kills, big kill attempts. And he's getting it done from the serve line at the moment. Mitten to Gray, back to Mitten, and it's a little low. Goes into the net. Reed Saxfield called timeout for the Grizzlies after giving up a few points to the Coyotes. Coyotes have a 3-point lead midway through this second set. They'll talk it over. Nicolas Pirna to serve. Gray to Armstrong. It's still alive, and that's the second time LeBlanc has used his foot to keep this one going. Mitten gets blocked. Gray tips it to keep the rally alive. Tipped by Mitten. It's handled by LeBlanc. Gray to Armstrong on the tip, and that one falls to the floor. Point Georgian. Armstrong being very effective with that tip ball on the net tonight. Mitten diving to keep it going. Mitten to Gray to Armstrong, out the back. It's another point for La Cite. Garreau on the serve. Romero trying to finish this one off. Point for the Grizzlies. Well struck by Jordy Romero. Mitch Armstrong with the serve. Played over, just over the net. LeBlanc will play it over. Powerful, but out the back. A good attempt, but it's a point for the Grizzlies as they crawl their way back, trying to even up this second set. Armstrong to serve again. Garreau, Demers, Bordelot gets blocked. Grizzlies down just 1 point now. LeBlanc trying to finish it off, but it's out of bounds, and it's a point for the Grizzlies, who tie it all up at 11 now. A free ball gets played over and caught the Georgian defense sleeping a little bit. Should have been able to handle that, but no one got there. Bordelot and LeBlanc at the net, finishing it off for La Cite. Xavier Demers prepares to serve with his team up 2. Romero to Gray, back to Romero. Off the arms of Garreau. Luckily not to hit anything in the rafters. Ball went up high in the sky. Setting things up for Haynes, and that's a point for the Grizzlies. Garreau couldn't handle that one. Well struck ball by Darian Haynes. It sends Liam Gray to serve. And Liam Gray gets the ace. Now only one ace away from tying the single season record in the OCAA. And that's another ace. Liam Gray has done it. He's tied the OCAA record for single season aces. Yellow card gets assessed to La Cite. I missed exactly who that card was assessed to. I believe it may have been number 12, Xavier Demers. I may be wrong. Nonetheless, that's the record for Liam Gray. He's done it. He holds the OCAA single season record for aces back to back. And a big point, Mike Fors and Darian Haynes. And Liam Gray will serve again. La Cite has to call a timeout. Georgian takes the lead and have a lot of momentum midway through this second set.
Timeout. It's Grizzlies leading the second set 16-13. Fans with 3 aces in the set. Liam Gray has just set a new all-time OCAA record for single
So Liam Gray's 66 ace this season gives him the OCAA record for single season aces, adds to his very decorated career here as a Georgian College athlete. He also holds the all-time OCAA record for career aces as well as the single game aces. He holds that OCAA record. You can add single season aces to his resume. He's got career, game, and season records for aces. And he'll look to build on it as he takes over on the serve here for the Grizzlies. They lead by 3.
Serve for the Grizzlies, number 1, Liam Gray.
The serve is up, grazes the net, Garreau's there. Far side. Lacite gets the point. A call went against the Grizzlies. Michel LeBlanc takes over to serve. Gray sets to Romero. Tip ball finds the floor. That's a point for Georgian. So Romero to serve for the Grizzlies. LeBlanc. Bordelot went for it. It's blocked by Fours. Romero with the serve. LeBlanc pops it up. Demers passes it. And a call goes against Lacite for a double touch. Garreau pops it towards the net. Someone's got to get it over. LeBlanc is there. Gray to Fours and a huge block by Alexi Bordelot. Good defensive play, turns that ball away. Lacite now has the serve. They trail by 4. They need to make a move late in the second set. It's Bordelot on the serve. Romero lets it go over his head and it's out of bounds. Free point for the Grizzlies. They get their 5-point lead back. Mike Forrest prepares to serve. Pierna to Demers, far side back for Pierna. He gets blocked and Bowen Mitten finishes it off. It's a 6-point lead for the Grizzlies now. So they hope to close out this second set. Lacite may think of calling a timeout. Not yet, they'll wait another rally. LeBlanc plays it forward. Pierna with the tip. Diving save by Gray. Keeps the rally alive. Pierna will try again. He gets blocked. But a call goes against Mitch Armstrong and the Grizzlies for being on the net. Sorry, it went against Haynes. He certainly disagrees. The officials tell him that he was, in fact, on the net. Lacite gets the point. They're down 5. It's Huard to serve. Romero, Gray, Mitten. That's a point for the Grizzlies. It fell on the Lacite side. Very close. The block was in position for the Coyotes. But falling to the Coyotes' feet, Darian Haynes now has the serve. Grizzlies up 22-16. Help from the net goes to the Lacite side, and they've got to put together an attack. A big block by Mitch Armstrong. Darian Haynes to serve again. Garreau, Mitten finishes it off, gives the Grizzlies set point. Darian Haynes to serve. Set point for the Grizzlies. Pierna with the kill attempt, but it's out and it's tipped. Very close. It was tipped at the net before going out of bounds, so La Cite gets the point. And they'll see another rally here. Pierna to serve. Thor up. Romero has to play the free ball over, and he does. Now it's Garreau. Demers far side for LeBlanc. Scrambling Grizzlies, not enough to save that ball. Pierna to serve. Coyotes down 6. And that'll do it. Pierna's serve goes out the back, out of bounds. Grizzlies take the second set and have the Coyotes in a hole, down 2-0. Not the start the Coyotes were looking for, but exactly what the Grizzlies wanted, hoping to finish it off in 3. Start of this game, if you were to tell me the Grizzlies would be up 2-0 at the end of 2, I'd be a little bit surprised, just seeing how competitive these two teams are. But Georgian is focused, and they're fired up, looking to take this one in 3. They'll have a chance to do so. La Cite's got to put together a plan as the two teams break for intermission. We will too, and we'll see you in 2 minutes. It's the Georgian Grizzlies leading 2-0 as we enter the third. It'll be the Grizzlies and Mitch Armstrong starting with the ball.
14, Mitch Armstrong.
Serve has a little too much heat on it, sails out the back. La Cite has their first lead of the third set, first point of the set. Demers to serve. Mitten will play it forward to the net. He got caught between a volley and a bump there, and bit of an awkward play on it, but La Cite has the serve. It's Demers again, but he puts it into the net. Georgian catches a break as they'll get the ball. Down one, Liam Gray to serve. Liam Gray's serve goes into the net. La Cite back out with a 2-point lead. La Cite, of course, needs to take this game to 5 sets. Grizzlies have only been to 5 sets once this season. It was against La Cite in November. La Cite ended up taking that game, but the Grizzlies in good position to not let that happen here today as Jordi Romero finishes off the play. Gets a point for the Grizzlies, now trailing only by 1. Jordi Romero to serve. Demers to Huard. Throw pops it in the air. LeBlanc plays it forward, and Piernat will have to play it over the net, but unable to do so. He had a tough angle to work with. It goes into the net, and now we're all tied up at 3 here in the third set. Romero with the serve. They go to Piernat for the kill, and he gets it. He's been the go-to guy as the outside attacker. Nicolas Piernat gets it done there. Alexi Bordelot on the serve. Gray with the pass to Haynes. Right through the block and through the hands of Xavier Demers. All knotted up at 4. Mike Force has the serve and a chance to give his Grizzlies a lead. Garreau goes to Piernat again, but he hit the pole on the net, so it's out of bounds. Georgian gets the point. Mike Forrest will serve. Grizzlies out ahead by 1 now in the third. Pass goes to LeBlanc. It goes through the hands of Mike Forrest. Both teams answering one another, responding to any point the other team gets. It's back and forth so far in the third set. All knotted up at 5 as Huard serves. Free ball has to be played over by Gray. And just off the mark, it goes out of bounds. Coyotes get another point, and they're back out on top. Romero, Gray, Armstrong. That's a point for the Grizzlies. Sets up Darian Haynes to serve. Served by Haynes right through the hands of Michel LeBlanc. Grizzlies back out in the lead by 1 point here in this third set. Haynes' serve goes into the net. So we're all tied up once again. Nicolas Piernat to serve. That's an ace for Nikola Pirna. Thorpe was close to scooping that off the ground, but unable to do so. Grazing the net, Mitten gets in front of it. Armstrong looks to finish the job and does so. Another point from Mitch Armstrong. Adding to his total this afternoon right from that center position. He's been dominant on the net so far today, having a really good game. Mitten's serve goes into the net. Sebastien Garreau. Off the shoulder of Bowen Mitten. Armstrong plays it back to the middle. Thorpe plays it over. Scrambling D works out. And a big block by Armstrong on LeBlanc, but it goes out of bounds. La Cite gets the point. And their lead extends out to 2. Two points is La Cite's biggest lead of the set. Garreau again on the serve. Sails out of bounds. It'll be Mitch Armstrong serving for the Grizzlies. LeBlanc gets blocked, but blocked out of bounds. It's another point for La Cite. Hold a 2-point lead now, midway through the second. Pardon me, the third set. Bordeleau makes the play at the net. Coyotes out ahead by 3 now, and a must-win set for them. Demers with the serve, and it's into the net. Liam Gray will serve for Georgian. Powerful serve. Garreau gets there. Miscommunication, but plays it clean. Haynes on the attack. And that's a point for the Grizzlies, off the block, out of bounds. Garreau steps in front of it. The play is to LeBlanc. Thorpe with the bump to Romero, and that's a big kill by Jordi Romero. Ties things up at 12. And this is a big play here for La Cite. Down 2-0 and tied in this third set. It's a big point they'd love to get. Play is to LeBlanc. He gets blocked. Point goes to the Grizzlies, who are back out on top. Forrest has a chance to finish this one and does. A powerful serve is received and sent right back to the Georgian side. It hung over the net, and Mike Forrest finished the job. Liam Gray to serve again. Grizzlies are up 2. And that serve low and into the net. A big break for La Cite. Now only down by 1 and have the serve. Michel LeBlanc will serve. Point goes to the Grizzlies. Jordi Romero will serve for Georgian. Plays to Pirna. And Georgian gets called for being under the net. Lacite gets the point. Be Alexi Bordalo serving for the Coyotes. Romero can't handle Bordalo's serve, and we're all tied up at 15. Another big point up for grabs here, midway through the third. Haynes went for the kill. Lacite handled it. Forrest will try and finish it off. Bordalo gets in the way. And stumbling over each other, there was a Coyote on the ground. They get called for a double touch. Coyote stumbled over another one of his teammates trying to make a play on that ball. Mike Forrest will serve for the Grizzlies, up 1. It's at the net, and Garreau just missed it. Pass was a little high. He didn't time the jump properly, and a swing and a miss gives the ball back to the Grizzlies. Mike Forrest to serve again. Romero got in the way of that, but came fiery off his arms, bounced up into the rafters. Alexandra Huard now will serve. Grizzlies get blocked. That was Mitten on the attempt. All tied up at 17. Grizzlies looking to get a sweep in their final home game of the season. Lacite fighting back hard. Gray sets it up to Mitten. Mitten tried to tip it over but gets blocked by Demers. Now Lacite has the lead. Haynes with the kill. Great pass, great strike. We're all tied up at 18. Darian Haynes with the serve. And point goes to Georgian. An error by Lacite. It's a free point for the Grizzlies, who now hold a 1-point lead, 19-18. Darian Haynes on the serve. LeBlanc pops it up right to Mitten, and Mitten finishes the job. He hung it out there right for Bowen Mitten to jump and get the kill. And Lacite will call a timeout. First-year coach David Mann forced to call a timeout. His team desperate to try and win this set to keep this game going. But it's the Grizzlies out ahead, 20-18. Darian Haynes to serve for the Grizzlies, up 2, looking to close this one out. Plays to Pirna, and he misses. It sails out the back. He was in position and put a nice strike on the ball, but too much on it. It's out the back. Point for the Grizzlies, who now lead by 3 and only need 4 to win this game. Correction, that was inbound, so La Cite got the point. And now only 1 point separates the two teams instead. Bowen Mitten to serve. Now they made a correction on that last one. Plays to LeBlanc. He plays it over. Gray pops it in the air for Romero. Ball still alive, but Darian Haynes misses on that bumped attempt to play it over. As we make a quick correction on the score, it's 21-20 for the Grizzlies now. And this one's coming right down to the wire. Coyotes trying to hang on and win this third set. Sebastian Garreau puts it in the net for the second time. Free point for the Grizzlies, who are up 2. Mitch Armstrong with the serve. Demers with the set to LeBlanc. And it lands inbounds. Point goes to La Cite. An ace. Xavier Demers with a big ace to tie this one up, and Reed Saxby calls a timeout for the Grizzlies. They don't want to drop this third set. They were in position to win it. It's all tied up now. So it's going to come down to the wire as the two teams break. So will we. See you in 40 seconds. Xavier Demers has the ball and the serve for the Coyotes. All tied up 22-22. Desperation mode for La Cite. They need to win this set. Mitten, Gray, far side Romero. La Cite is going to get there and play a free ball back over. Gray passes to Romero once again, tip ball. Demers gets there. Garreau plays to LeBlanc. They'll try again, this time with Haynes. Off of Demers, scrambling to keep it going. They're unable to do so, running out of space. Grizzlies get a big point there, and they're back out in the lead by 1. Liam Gray to serve. Garreau gets in front of it. Pirna plays it over. Gray with the pass to Romero. La Cite comes away with the point. A nice tip ball there by Alexandre Huard. secures the point for the Coyotes and keeps this one going. If this set is to finish in 25 points, they'll take 2 straight points to be won here. Great, Romero, it's blocked, but they get it back over. Haynes plays the free ball. Garreau pops it up. Pierna, scrambling Grizzlies, a deep volley. Romero gets blocked by Pierna. The set to Haynes and a big block. Huard comes up huge for the Coyotes. Michel LeBlanc has set point now for La Cite. And into the net. He was close to stepping on that line as well. Likely didn't, but plays it into the net either way. Romero now with the serve. Coyotes take that point. Liam Gray unsure whether that was going to go in or out. Ends up landing in bounds. Alexi Bordelot now serving for La Cite, set point. Gray set to Haynes. It's off the shoulder. Haynes makes another play on it. And a big block is blocked out of bounds. La Cite takes it. They win the third set, and this one keeps going. Georgian out ahead 2-1, and it would have been a shock if Georgian could clean this one up in 3. It's not the case. So we're going to 4. A very close third set comes down to the wire, and La Cite takes it 26-24. So Georgian drops the third set, 26-24. They were oh so close to pulling off the sweep, but La Cite wins it and has life.
Serve to start set number 4 for La Cite is number 12, Xavier Demaris.
La Cite starting with the ball. Xavier Demaris will serve. Gray with the set to 4s, off some fingertips, trickles over the net, and call goes in favor of La Cite. 4s gets called with a lift. Demaris' serve goes out of bounds, and we're all tied up at 1. Liam Gray's serve is an ace. Just building on that record, all of his records. LeBlanc will have a chance at this one, and he gets it. Big kill, Michel LeBlanc. LeBlanc with the serve, and he finds the inbound line just inside. That's an ace. LeBlanc with some help from the net gets it over. Romero with the kill attempt doesn't get it. And a huge block by Mike Fours ties this one up at 3. Jordy Romero to serve. Into the net. Alexi Bordelot will serve for the Coyotes. And that one's out the back. Good eye by the Georgian team. Let that one go out of bounds. It was close. Mike Fours will serve. Plays to Huard, a huge block by Bowen Mitten, who's more than fired up after that one. A great play. Plays to Piernot. Georgian's got a hand on it, and now coming back the other way. Goro to LeBlanc. Off the hand of Mike Fours and out of bounds. They're all tied up at 5. Back and forth action here. Huard with the serve. Mitten, Gray, Haynes, and a block by Piernot. Gray will try again to Haynes. This time he gets it. Great kill there, Darian Haynes, off a nice pass from Liam Gray. Haynes will now serve. His team in the lead by 1. Garreau couldn't handle it cleanly. A good serve by Darian Haynes, and they've got a 2-point lead. Haynes' serve is handled by Garreau this time. Played to the net for Piernot. Free ball is played over. Gray with the set to Mitten. Scrambling to keep this one going. And Mitch Armstrong comes away with the block on Demers. Another big play by Armstrong. Just one of many he's made throughout this afternoon. Demers, far side for Piernot. Ball's still alive, and the free ball goes over, but out of bounds by Romero.
Stay calm, boys. Stay calm.
Nicolas Piernot to serve for La Cite. Gray to Haynes. Garreau gets in front of it. The play is to LeBlanc, who finishes the job. La Cite within one. Piernot to serve. Out the back. Nicolas Piernot gives away a point. He had a chance to tie it up. Now Bowen Mitten and the Georgian Grizzlies have the serve. Michel LeBlanc comes away with the point. Got that ball through the block of Mitch Armstrong. Sebastien Garreau, this time out of bounds. Last 3 times he's served it has resulted in points for Georgian. He has not been able to put the ball in play and struggling from the serve line here today. A tough outing for Sebastien Garreau. All to the benefit of the Georgian Grizzlies, who now find themselves up 2. Mitch Armstrong to serve. Plays to Piernot with the tip. Romero gets there. Gray with the pass to Haynes. And it's out. No team able to establish a lead of a few points here in the 4th set. It's Demers to serve for La Cite now. Romero, Gray to fours. Garreau gets in the way with it, and again, Michel LeBlanc has to kick it. This time it doesn't work out. Liam Gray to serve. Pass far side for Huard. Goes off of Haynes and out. It's a Coyote point. Michel LeBlanc now has the serve. And that one goes out of bounds. Georgian gets out ahead by 2. Once again, Jordi Romero serving for the Grizzlies. Demers passes to Piernot, and that one's out. Romero's serve goes over. A diving Demers keeps it going, and Piernot plays it over. Haynes bumps it to the Coyote side. And La Cite gets the point there.
Here we go, side out, boys, side out.
Bordelow's serve is in play. Mitten has a chance to make the tip. He does, but doesn't fall to the ground. Gray passes to Haynes. And La Cite gets a call being on the net. Big point for the Grizzlies. Now out ahead by 3. Mike Forrest prepares to serve for the Grizzlies. The set is to Huard. Cross court and just in bounds. La Cite's point. Alexandra Huard plays it into the net. That's a miss hit. Darian Haynes now has the serve with the Grizzlies back out ahead by 3. And missing the court there, LeBlanc was a little bit off balance when he made connection with that ball. He misses wide. Darian Haynes serve. Pirna finishes off the play at the net.
Good serve, boys, good serve. Let's go.
The serve is up from Nikola Pirna, but he puts it in the net. 4-point lead for the Grizzlies. Bowen Mitten serving for Georgian. Damaris plays it forward. And a great kill there by Michelle LeBlanc.
So many games for La Cite is number 3, Tyler Fortier.
Tyler Fortier now checking into the game for La Cite, and he heads right to the serve line. And it goes into the net. Tough decision for head coach David Mann to bring him in. He's been sitting on the bench for 3 sets. He comes in and puts one in the net. It's Mitch Armstrong on the serve. Plays forward. LeBlanc with another kill and another point for La Cite. Everything the Grizzlies do is being answered by the Coyotes, not willing to give up a comfortable lead. They're lingering around in this one, just as they did in that third set. Gray with the pass to Forrest. It was tipped, and he gets help from his defense. LeBlanc earning another point for La Cite. This time the block got in front of them, but off their hands and out of bounds. Coyotes are within 2. Xavier Damaris to serve. Mitten, Gray, Romero. It's tipped, and a piece of finger tape goes flying off a Coyotes player. And again, LeBlanc comes up with another big kill. And Reed Saxby will call timeout for the Grizzlies.
as they lead in the fourth set.
And they give up a stretch of points, and now it's only a 1-point game. It had been 4 points separating the two teams, but La Cite going nowhere fast. Grizzlies call a timeout. It's the Grizzlies up 2-1 and leading by 1 point in this set. They're hoping to close it out in this fourth set, but they've got work to do. Mike Fours gives them a 2-point lead again. Now it's Liam Gray with the serve. Gray misses on that one. La Cite back within 1 point, and important to note, La Cite has both their timeouts remaining. Georgian has one remaining. We'll likely see one of those brought into play before the end of this fourth set. LeBlanc's serve is good. Haynes on the kill attempt, and he gets it. A nice pass, nice kill, and Jody Romero will serve for the Grizzlies, up 2. Pirna gets the kill. Coyotes respond with a point of their own. They're back within 1. Sets up Alexi Bordelo to serve. Sebastien Garreau comes into the game now. Thorup, Gray, Fours, and that's a point for Georgian. These teams going point for point with one another. Mike Fours will serve for the Grizzlies. They're hoping to stretch together some points and put this one to an end. They lead by 2 here in the fourth set. Plays to Pirna, and he gets it. Seems like no team can pull off consecutive points at the moment. It's Huard on the serve. Romero, Gray, Haynes, point Georgian. A young fan tried to join the game, get in on the action, but he's going to be turned away before Haynes can make his serve. Close to an ace, but he gets help. Now Gray to Haynes. Grazes the net, still in play. A free ball will be sent over by LeBlanc. Now Gray with the pass, far side to Mitten. And he gets it off the net and inbounds. Grizzlies out ahead by 3. And that forces the Coyotes into a timeout break. Desperate to keep this one going. They need to string together some points. They'll put together a plan, get back in action in about 40 seconds. Darian Haynes to serve. Pirna, the play. Gray keeping it going, and Armstrong tried to send a backhand over the net, but no luck. La Cite gets the point. Nicola Pirna will serve. Down 2. Big point here for La Cite. You don't want to give Georgian set point. Match point. Mitten, Gray, pass to Haynes. A tip ball, and that's a point for the Grizzlies. Great vision by Darian Haynes. Knew to send a tip ball over the 2 blockers right to the middle of the floor. And La Cite calls their final timeout before match point for the Grizzlies. The 2 teams return to the floor, and it'll be Bowen Mitten with the serve. Georgian Grizzlies match point.
Match point, Georgia.
Garreau came hot off his hands. And a huge block by Mitch Armstrong finishes the job. He's had a great game throughout this entire afternoon, and he's the one to put the dot at the end of this one. He finishes it off with a huge block on Michel LeBlanc. And that was a great effort by the entire team, capitalized by Mitch Armstrong at the end. And it didn't take 5 to beat La Cite this time. They lost in 5 before. They win in 4 this time. And what's big there is Georgian takes over first in the East Division, improved the record to 14-2. La Cite falls to 13-3. So the Georgian men's and women's volleyball teams win their final home regular season game. Georgian will have a home playoff game, but happy to get it done here in the regular season. Both teams have 2 games left in their regular season. Both those games will be on the road for the Grizzlies. And a great game for the Grizzlies to get this one done without their star player, Eric Perreault. They beat a very good team, and they did it in excellent fashion. Thank you to everyone who tuned in for today's games. Been an honor bringing them to you. I'm Sean McAvoy. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend.